Hey friends, last summer when my kids were home, we packed up a picnic lunch. We got the sand chairs, the beach towels, the swimsuits, and the sunscreen, and we headed off to Musquamacut for the day. We all love swimming and playing in the waves, and the waves were big that day, so we got a lot of action and a lot of fun. After a couple hours, we were exhausted, so we get out of the water, we dry off, and we're eager to sit and enjoy a picnic lunch. Well, after distributing the sandwiches, they all had their names on them. I got mine. It was an egg salad sandwich. I love egg salad. Well, no sooner did I pull it out from the wrapper than a seagull descended upon me and stole my sandwich right out of my hand. The seagull didn't even touch me. It just took the sandwich and landed about 10 feet away and ate it right in front of me. And then about another 25 seagulls gathered to fight for every last crumb. I couldn't believe how fast that seagull was at stealing my sandwich. Fortunately, I had cut my sandwich in half, so I still had half that I ate very carefully, kind of like underneath my beach towel. I have to say that none of us enjoyed our picnic very much that day. It was just not very relaxing trying to eat with seagulls circling overhead. Now, from my perspective, the seagull stole my sandwich. And my sandwich even had my name on it. It said Melanie. But I guess seagulls can't read. And after reflecting on this experience, I came to realize that in reality, we were the ones who went into their home territory. As seagulls live on the coastline, and to eat, they all have to eat, they scavenge, and they often plunge dive into the water to catch their prey. Now, I wasn't in the water with my food, but I wasn't very far away from it either. So this particular seagull was just doing what seagulls do. It plunged out and got some lunch. Now, it's easy for us to become territorial, thinking that everything belongs to us. As humans, we think we are kind of top dog, that we are like the emperor who rules the earth. But the seagulls don't understand our way of thinking. Rather, they live as if all food is fair game. And then we get frustrated thinking that not everyone and everything follows our rules. So when a seagull swoops down and steals our sandwich, we get mad. But in reality, who really does the sandwich belong to? The question kind of makes me wonder how we understand what we have and what we own. I thought the sandwich was mine. I bought the ingredients, I made the sandwich, I brought it with me to the beach. It was mine. But the seagull didn't care about any of that. Rather, my sandwich was just a part of the food supply. It's easy to become territorial with what we have. Yet Jesus reminds us just how much of what we possess is truly God's. We are not emperors of the earth. Rather, we are stewards of the earth. In Psalm 24, it begins, "The earth is the Lord's and all that is in it. The world and those who live in it belong to God." So in this line of thinking, everything belongs to God, then we are called to be good stewards of all that we possess. It kind of creates a shift in us. When we get our paychecks, yes, it is money we earned, but we are also given with it a responsibility to use the money in a way that's going to benefit not only us and our families, but also the wider community. We have a responsibility to be good stewards with what we are given. All that we have is God's. Yet too often, money creates a trap. And it's easy to fall into that trap. It becomes an idol and we want more and more and more. And with it, we want more power and more prestige. We save, we hoard, we collect, and we think it's mine, mine, mine. We deserve it. Yet on the other side of the coin, God calls us to be good stewards and to live generously, to give, to share, and to serve. This way of living is certainly countercultural, and it takes practice, and it takes discipline, and it takes more practice to truly be good stewards with all that we've been given. It turns out that my half a sandwich was plenty that day. I didn't go hungry. I had enough, and I had enough to share. As followers of Christ, we have a responsibility to be generous, to be good stewards, and to share with what we have. We are, that is, called to serve as God's agents, God's co-partners, God's co-workers, exercising dominion over creation, not as an act of power, but rather as an act of stewardship, caring for the earth, sharing with others, loving our neighbors, and giving our money to help support the ministry of the community of faith so that all people will know and experience the depth of God's steadfast love. Thanks, friends. Be well.